Hopefully this works out alright. How's it going, everyone? Prime Driver Jacob here. At my store and my docks, I'm going to be dropping this trailer in between the two prime trailers that are in the dock already. I got to pull both those out, and then I got to put that trailer in on where the 1-4 trailer is at. So we got to do a little switcheroo here. So taking you along for the ride, show you backing in the doors. One of the key things I try and tell everyone when backing a door, take as much room ahead of your truck as you can get. So I'm swinging back left. So pull up the street real quick to get my trailer angled. Hazards on while backing up. Now when you're backing at stores and stuff, always go real slow, because you never know when some idiot's going to try and race up behind you, so you don't want to hit anyone. So what I'm looking at here is, that's aiming at the wrong door, but I'm going to put those tandem tires and try to get them going right down that second yellow line there. So it's going down the, hitting the first right now, and just walking her in, making small corrections. Now here, back of my trailer is just about where I want it, but my front of my trailer is still to the left. So I'm turning the wheel right to get the front of the trailer over where I want it, and then turning back left to get my truck back straight. And perfect. That, but I gotta open up the door still. So all I gotta do is pull out nice and straight. And you can use this pull up as to straighten yourself out some more. Alright, let's go open these bad boys. Already given the okay to break the seal. Make sure nothing's going to fall on me. Throw the seal in the back. And I hate these little hooks, because you got to take this hook here and hook it on there. So alright, now we can back her in. Yeah, you gotta deal with the stupid seatbelt alarm. I don't put my seatbelt on while I'm driving on this little lot here. And what I'm watching is trying to keep her nice and straight on these lines. Tip for you is low and slow, and make small corrections. So what I'm looking for, I doubt you can see it, is I want to put that back corner of the trailer on that plate. Sometimes the lines match up, sometimes don't. I gotta get the front of the trailer a little bit over. And then, and you also don't want to ram the building. So nice and slow, just about there. Bumped. The other thing with our trailers is you always want to set the trailer brakes first, especially when you're dropping and hooking like this in a door. Let the air out. It's pushing you forward. Because the way the suspension's up, it's got the airbag. So pretend this is the axle. This is the axle. This is the top of the trailer. There's an airbag in here that's like this. So when you let the air out, it pushes the axle forward. So right now, you go back there, I'd probably have about that much gap off the dock plate, which isn't fun for them when it's raining. So after you let the air out for a little bit, quick put the air back in, back up, and put her up against. And that way you're all the way up against the dock. So now we're gonna drop this one here. Now when cranking down your landing gear, several people tell you want to do it a 1/4 inch off the ground. That's too much. You can end up low hooking people, where by the time it gets loaded, it's too thin. All you gotta do is put it down so it's tight against the ground. You don't need to give a couple extra turns, just put it down tight to the ground. You're good to go. Pull your release handle. And then give it a second. I'll wait for the beeping. There we go. Pull forward a little bit. Heard that little click. Because now what I'm going to do is drop my suspension. That way I don't slam the trailer on the ground and mess up the trailer legs. And that's why you don't have to crank the crap out of your landing gear, is because you drop your air suspension. A couple seconds, nice and slow, and pull out. As you didn't hear because I was off of the skid plate, was off the apron, so there was a gap already. So when I pulled out, it never dropped it, or I was already sitting on landing gear. So now we're gonna pull this one out first, because this will be the one I'll take, so I can put that one in that trailer, and then I can put the other empty where this loaded one's sitting. Excuse me. I went backing in. See, I heard it hit the skid plate, and then also I felt it dip down. If you don't hear it hit, or you don't feel it dip down by the time that front corner hits in between your tires, I know it's kind of hard to see, get out and look. But I felt it hit and I felt it dip down, so I know there's no gap. So now nice and slow. That's the other fun part about these automatics, is they don't like to do reverse nice and slow. And hear the release handle give in. Now we hook up. And you're going to notice I hook up inside to the out. When I unhook, I unhook from outside to in. Keeps all your lines together and keeps it nice and straight. It's a replacement handle. Pop your head in, make sure you see everything's closed up. Your locking jaws are around the kingpin. Good to go, hooked up. All right. Oh, hit my head. So now, I had the seatbelt alarm. I'm just releasing the brakes on the tractor, leaving the trailer brake set to do a torque test to make sure everything's all locked in. Alright, we're all hooked up. Now I'm sending air to the trailer so I can pull her out. So I'm going to take this one and dump it back over here where I was initially parked. Cars everywhere, car. And again, when you're backing up, making slow corrections, I still want to get that back end of that trailer. Always check both sides. People tend to like to speed through parking lots, even though they see a big ass truck coming at them. Look at it as, oh, here's some free insurance money, this truck's gonna hit me. So just take her nice and slow. And this way too, trailer's out of the way just in case an emergency happens while I'm here. Now we got disconnected. Water from something. Again, just so it's snug. Pull my handle. Oh. All right. And again, sorry for the seatbelt. I'll buckle it behind me. There, now we don't have to deal with it. Again, pull up a little bit. Heard the little click, stop. Drop your air. Even with an empty trailer, I don't want to slam trailers. So be patient, give it a minute. I can actually feel the trucks trying to go forward, so if I let off the brake and just roll nice up. Again, you didn't hear the trailer slam to the ground. The other key thing is Freightliner's not as bad as problem, but on Peterbilt's, they got that rear cross member on the back. And if you drop your trailer too low and you don't drop your air all the way, you're going to catch that kingpin on that rear cross member and rip it right off. And have fun with that repair bill. So now we're going after that trailer to put it in the door I just pulled out of. Whee! So I'm looking at my passenger side to get my tires lined up, get down this curb. I don't know how well you guys can see in this mirror. Getting a little close. Use all your mirrors. You got 3 mirrors on one side to use. No reason to be running shit over. As I can tell you, I'm getting my skirt awfully close to that curb. So I ended up a little too far over that way, so don't be afraid to pull up in real life. No one's perfect. I'm sure you'll see me mess up on some back in here. I'm sure I'll get some comments on it. Just take your time, take as many pull-ups as you need. Just main goal is take time, be safe, don't hit shit. It's not hard. Let's see. You gotta pull up, make small corrections, pull up, make small corrections. Till you get a feel for it. Again, I'm backing in nice and slow. Now I can see that I'm dipping down. So I know my skid plate's making contact with the apron. So I don't have to worry about high hooking. Nice and try and go nice and slow. Just about in. There we go. Again. Look. Hook them up. I don't have to worry about a full inspection of this trailer or anything, because all I'm doing is putting it in the door for the store. So, cranking up your landing gear. Again, put it in gear, do your tug test, make sure. Away we go. Now we're just going back to that door. So I want to pull off left. Come back right. And when you set up, you always want to set up, like, see how I'm angled, because I still got to go a little bit to my left. You always want to set up so you can see down your driver's side, unless you absolutely have to do a blind side. So again, take your time, checking both mirrors while backing up. Again, I want to put those rear tires to go straight down that yellow line again. So nice and slow. Just get it working that way. I'm so far over this way, I don't have to worry about if I'm going to hit that trailer on my passenger side, because I'm way far this way. If I was closer at a truck stop or at a tight shipper and all that, then I might be a little more concerned where that truck's sitting at. But that way you'd stay tight on the side you can see to give you more room on your blind side. And again, I back her in because now you can see that steel plate. When you get the doors open, you can't see it. The ultimate goal is you want your trailer lined up right with that yellow line on both sides. On the door frame, you can see it right there on the black. So now I'm just pulling up. And just enough to get those, so I can get the doors open again. Do 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 do. All right. Same thing again. Break the seal, throw it back. Careful when you open your doors. Make sure you don't get anything falling on you. Throw the seal on the floor. If they want to grab it, it's there. See how that one's kind of tilted. And that's because the way they got it loaded, because you can see the whole pallet is jammed up on another pallet. Hopefully you can see that. So they can cram that one in there. And I'm sure the store is just going to love that for doing that. Checking something. All right. Backing her in nice and slow and easy. Small corrections. So that's why you want to back it in initially with the doors closed. Some places you're not going to have enough room to be able to do that, but now you can kind of see why you want to do that, because when you got the trailer doors open, you can't see that black outline. But now I'm starting to see that where that plate's at, so I'm putting the trailer right on that plate. And I'm actually a wee bit right, so I'm going to pull up left, come back right, and then back left to straighten out. That'll get me just enough over where I want to be. So you can't go off of where the yellow lines are at, because sometimes whoever painted them was stupid. You want to look for where that plate is. So how my tires are on the top of the yellow line. That's right where I want to be. Right in the middle of that plate. Nice and slow and easy. Dump. Back in. Alright. Again, let the air out of those airbags back there. You can feel it push you forward as they drop. You don't have to wait for all the air, just get that initial drop out and then give it a minute, or a couple seconds I should say, and then now Get yourself in gear, get foot on the brake, clutch if you got a manual, and then release the brakes and just roll back into the dock. And that's it. I'll walk back and show you. Crank it down. Well, the fun part. And it's real fun when you get one that's dropped too high, either due to yard jock, another driver, whatever it is. You just gotta crank it down. It's even more fun when the tandems are all the way to the back and someone drops it way too flippin' low, where you can't even back under it. And again, just to where it's tight. That's it. Because when someone drops it too low and you got to crank that trailer up with all that weight on the nose, it's real fun. So come back here, I'll show you. By doing that second back in, I'm back up against the plate. And you can always triple check yourself by coming back and looking. Good to go. So now, gotta go over the other trailer that's empty and drop that where I just pulled this one from. So you heard the little click, so stop, drop your air. So just be patient with it. Because when you get in a rush is when you're going to make some stupid mistakes. Nice and easily pull off. Again, you didn't hear the trailer slam to the ground. I'm gonna go over for this one. Too far. Nice and slow back under, heard it hit, and I'm dipping down, so I don't have to worry about high hooking. Nice and easy into it. There we go. Up. Again, we can check our lock. Alright, we're good. And do a tug test. Make the triple check, and then send air to your trailer. Alright. Oh, we're still hooked. And this happens sometimes. Yeah, we're still hooked on the lock plate. So, show you, and I'll go in and talk to him. So if you don't put the trailer, how I was dropping them, when they release this locking pin and it's tensioned up against it, it won't release it, even though we got the green light. So now we just got to go in and tell them to drop it down because it was pinched up against it. You can see the wear mark right there. So now I'm off of it. They can release it now, and I'll be able to pull it out. So. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Gotta let them know to unlock me. Alright, so the magic got unlocked for me. So, drop this one off. Hey, low air supply. Over there, so you're gonna see a little bit of blind side too. So angled up, since I want to go to the trailer, go right, I want to be angled to that side. Doing this stuff nice and slow and easy. And I'm using that little mirror as a judge. You can also adjust your mirror out to where you can see it and lean forward. So I'm looking for that curve. Too much of a cut. Take it a little wider. Alright. Now I can see that curve. Looking where the trailer's going. Just mirror again. As I said, when you're doing this stuff, just take your time. Nice and easy. So there's the curve. Lost in my mirror again. So now I'm going to take it back. Nice and slow. Good old car. And then you want to take these tires. And I want to ride that concrete right on back. Let's see how we do it. I know you're probably a little angled. Sorry, you're on my head, so. And then one more adjust the mirror. Alright, I'm going to take it right on back. Now we got that other prime trailer back there. Kind of want to get some clearance on this curb. For anyone wide that's got to get through here. Back, and you can use the shadows as a basic judgment of where that trailer's at. Don't get super close. Like right about there is all I need to get this trailer out of the way. As you see, I still got plenty of room between two trailers, so if someone wants to grab that one first. Now, I personally like to close the trailer doors when I drop them, so that way it's not as easy for someone to crawl in the back of our empty trailers to do something stupid like spray paint or rip it up and tear down the chute and whatever else they might do in the back of our trailer, or throw garbage back there. That way they at least have to open up the door. So again, just put it snug. So this one's off, so this trailer's, we're on an angle here, but it's just snug. So I'm gonna leave it. And when I drop my suspension, the trailer, it's sitting like this, or just say it's easier to see it this way, sitting like this. When I drop my suspension, this leg's going to come down, or I should say it's sitting like this. That leg will come down, it'll sit. So you see, someone can come in and grab that one. Takes 2 seconds to walk behind the trailer, close her up. Also prevents animals and birds and bees and other crap getting in our trailers. And again, just a small forward, get a little click, drop your suspension. I don't know if you can see it, the trailer's starting to lean back straight. Doo-doo. Second, alright, nice and slow and pull off. See, and even then, but you saw how once that side was off the ground, you didn't hear me slam it to the ground. And that's how you don't mess up your freaking landing gear on these trailers. So now we're going back over, we're going to hook up to that one and get that one out of here with us. Like there, I didn't hear it or feel it. I know I'm on it because I just dropped it. But just take 2 seconds and get out and look. Right on it. It's got no visible gap there. And it's also, if you look at the ground, I'm backing up into her. So we're good to go. Back in, nice and slow and easy. Click. And now I'm going to turn my light test on so I can check out my trailer. Make sure it's all good. I might as well show you that while I'm at it. So the new body style, the I think it's 2018, 2019, whatever the hell it is, Freightliner has a light test button. Cycles through all your lights. One of the greatest things I'm happiest about with this truck. Makes things a lot easier. Does your brake, even does reverse lights. turn signal. It doesn't do each turn signal, but it cycles through the four-way hazard, so it's the same thing as your turn signal. So, and it turns the running lights on. So after I hook up, then I come through and do my inspection. Same thing as your pre-trip inspection of your trailer that you got to do for your CDL test. You should be doing that for every single trailer. And I'm also going to turn on the reefer unit, make sure she fires up. No problems. Frame damage. You can do your model owner check. Fully locked around the kingpin. We have 7/8 tank of fuel. More frame damage. So running lights on. There's the turn signal, so I know that's going. I can see the clearance light up there is good. And since I'm going back empty, I'm gonna slide my tandems all the way forward while I'm here. Peek your head in, make sure you got no, check all your suspension, look at your brakes, check out your tire. I'm not going to go through it real quick. You should be able to do that in your head and just look at the parts and make sure everything's good to go. Now what I'm going to do, close her up, and then after I slide my tandems and get them locked into place, I'll do one more quick walk around to make sure I don't have any major air leaks. So she's dirty, but she ain't bad. She's not all tore up. It's a 1.4 trailer, so she's been around for a little bit. This will be one of the fun ones that doesn't even have the stupid trailer tails. And also I gotta grab my lock. Always keep your trailer locked, even when you're empty. You can hear there's the reefer unit kicking on. Check out my tires on this side. On my suspension, your brake lines, brake chamber, slack adjuster, push rod, shock absorber. All the crap you gotta do on your test. You still should be looking at every day. Alright. Oh, I gotta go back and show you the lights. So there's my turn signal on that one. So, on the back, clearance lights are on, marker lights, there's my turn signals, and then there was my brake lights. What the hell is this? The back plate for the little marker light here. Alright. The other thing you should be doing on your reefer trailers is running a pre-trip on the reefer unit itself. And I'll show you how to do that real quick. Messing with settings for a second. wait for this thing to shut off. I'll show you how to do a pre-trip on a different video. I'll walk over and power on the other one I dropped to show you the difference between the old one and the new one. So, all right, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Some of the fun we got to deal with at some of these stores. So, can't be afraid to work. So, remember to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and leave a comment below. All right, everyone, stay safe.